Hi everyone, welcome to the Yearn for More online course, showing you how to rediscover your unique potential and expect more from yourself. Because you have greatness within you, you have the ability to do the extraordinary. Settling for less means you've accepted the mediocre, you've accepted you have accepted that the failures, instead of learning from the failures, you have settled for the position you are in your life, regardless of if it gives you absolute fulfillment. Yearning for more means that you should keep yearning, keep expecting more from yourself, keep aspiring, keep growing, keep evolving, keep overcoming your fears in order to move towards your goals. Keep targeting bigger goals. Keep living your dream. So this is the YFM course, a course that is supposed to release the shackles you have put on yourself that has limited you over the years at some point in your life. So welcome to the Yearn for More online course. My name is Mounfiq Raiyan Abu. I'm the first person you should speak with to rediscover your greatness and achieve your goals faster. I believe in you. I know that you have everything it takes to reach your goals, but you need to start approaching things differently. You need to start looking within to be able to get to those things you aspire for outside of yourself. You need to work from the inside out in order to get closer to your goals. I have always empowered myself to improve. I'm an orphan and the oldest child of my mom. I'm also a mother of 4 children, 2 additional children, now between the ages of 20 and 10 years old. 4 of them in school, 4 of them in higher school, 2 of them in high school, 3 others in university, and the youngest in elementary school, now in primary 6. I've been a career woman for over 13 years. I started my first job when my oldest child, now 17, was barely a month old. And I already got the job while I was pregnant, and I had to resume immediately without maternity leave. I did not have a house help. Of course, I told you I'm an orphan, so my mom had already left this earth. Somehow I needed to figure it out by myself, and I did. Because I've always empowered myself. I've always allowed seeing challenges and problems as a stepping stone towards growth. When something happens to me that is very odd, very strange, even overwhelming, I try to look within. What do I have within me to be able to survive this particular challenge? Or if I fall, I dust myself up and I try to figure out what is the lesson in this experience? How do I improve? How do I evolve? How do I become better because of this experience I just had? I've also been a businesswoman and I still am. I think the best thing is to be an entrepreneur where you can have financial freedom. You can have more time for your family. You can be able to call the shots and determine the trajectory of your life and where you want to go. You can be able to map out the goals by yourself, not somebody mapping it out for you. And you're able to, because you mapped out the goals, there is a higher propensity or tendency that you'll be able to achieve it. So I've always empowered myself. I feel that there is a gift. Each of us have a lot of gifts that have equipped us really for the challenges of the world. The reason we do not overcome our challenges is self-limiting beliefs, fear, and several other things that hold us back. And these things are within us. If you do not release yourself from this thing, you will never grow. And people will keep working all over you. People that are not even up to your standard in terms of your ability, your age, your experience, because they've been able to get to a certain point, they didn't limit themselves, they were dogged, they hustled. You will still see yourself stagnated and you don't grow. Why? Because of self-limiting beliefs and fear. I've had all the odds stacked against me growing up, but I had big dreams. I was kind of that lonely, solitary child that would be in the room alone, imagining things and trying to figure things out day by day. And trying to, I was very shy. Of course, I was timid. I had very low self-confidence. But when I was alone by myself, I just had this very big imagination of where I wanted to be, the things I wanted to do, how I wanted to look, feel, and act. And today, kind of like an epiphany, I've been able to kind of visualize what that dream was as a child. I see myself having lived my dream and still living my dream. So I know it's possible. Even when I lost my mom, I was quite young, I was a teenager. The first thing I saw in my holy book, I'm a Muslim, in the Quran, I saw a verse that says God doesn't give you a burden you cannot carry. And I carried that with me because it was so traumatic to watch my mom at 37-year-old have stroke, become almost like a vegetable, couldn't stand, couldn't sit up, couldn't walk, couldn't talk, couldn't even have access to one eye, half of her nose. Her entire left side was completely paralyzed. But she had what I call sheer will, and she wanted to live. And every single day she will raise her left hand with just through sheer will, and the left hand will go up for albeit less than a second, showing me that she had hope, that willpower can do anything. But even if she did not make it and she passed away, I learned so much from that experience of nursing her in the hospital for 2 months. I learned so much and I grew up very, very quickly from that day onwards. And I knew that anything you want to achieve in your life is at the other side of your fears. Anything you want to achieve, it's within you. You need to push yourself out, exhibit the abilities, your God-given talents, your God-given potential, and you'll be able to get to where you want to get to. But you need to believe in yourself and you need to start. And you need to know that there is nobody big enough, bigger than you. For the fact that you are experiencing it, that means you already have the innate capacity to survive it. So I know I can inspire you to find your greatness, really. My business itself is an inspiration to me because my name is Raiyan and I believe in inspiration. So the name of my company is Raiyan Inspires Consulting Limited. Just by that alone, I just want to send a message that anything is possible. Anything is possible. All you have to do is will it into reality and it will come. So module 1 of this course, we are going to talk about how you know you have settled for less. The whole idea of this course is that where you are in your life right now is not your final destination, because life is a journey. Each of us came into this life, different homes, different situations, different economic backgrounds, different countries even, but each of us have one thing in common. We all have potential. We all have gifts. We all have abilities. We have seen people just by sheer will, even people that are handicapped, they are able to do great things with their lives just because they believed that they could. Just because they decided that their personal or their physical disability will not dictate their future. Just like I said, my mom became incapacitated because of stroke, which is a heart condition, and through sheer will and belief in herself, she was able to Every single day in that 2 months she was in hospital, she would try every day, every morning to raise her left hand, even before physiotherapy began. When the doctors even felt she couldn't, there is no medical reason why she would be able to. She was able to. Many of us have seen extraordinary things happen in our lives and we call it a miracle. That's fine and good. But if we try to trace how those things happen in the first place, we realize that it started with our willpower. It started in a place of faith, in a place of calmness and certainty, where you were at one with yourself in your inner mind to figure out where do you go from here and take baby steps, one step at a time, and get there. So you know you have settled for less because you feel overwhelmed by fear all the time. That means something is not right. Why are you always afraid? What is wrong? Why are you scared all the time? Who is pursuing you? There is a problem. You need to face it head on. When you limit yourself, that is, you tell yourself, oh, I cannot do that. If something comes to your table or somebody gives you a suggestion, the first impulse is, it is not possible. It is impossible. That is so, so dangerous. Why is it impossible? Haven't other people done it before? Do they have 2 heads? Do they have 4 hands? Do they have 4 legs? No human being since the beginning of time had came to this earth with 2 heads. And people have been reported to have done extraordinary things. The great people that have lived before us, we know they are even heroes amongst us. My mom is my hero. I have other heroes that are alive today, and they do extraordinary things every single day. So what makes you different? Why are you telling yourself, no, I can't do that? Why? You never step out of your comfort zone. You are so comfortable where you are. It's so convenient. So you don't want to step out. You don't want to move out towards other things that could help you. Your belief system holds you back from progressing. Some people tell you, oh, this is where you can get to. Or you think that somebody will be the one to give you permission, will give you authorization to do something, your own life. Why don't you do it first and watch the person give you the necessary support? Why must you wait for permission? You have your own brain. You have your own innate capacity and abilities. You have your own talent. You have your own potential. Why should it be somebody else, be it your father, your husband, your brother, your sister, your auntie, whoever it is, your pastor, your priest, your malam, whoever, your spiritual advisor, whatever capacity? Why should you wait for that person to give you validation for something you are going to do by yourself at the end of the day? Really, you've given the person too much power. You always have a victim mindset. It is always about what happened to you. If not that my father died, this wouldn't have happened. If not that I was born in this part of the world, this wouldn't have happened to me. If not that we didn't have money. If not that. If not here, there, and back again. You will keep rotating in one place, stagnant, no movement, looking for people to tell you sorry. Even when you're sick, as long as you tell yourself, I'm going to be well, sometimes it's not about the drugs you are given. You just believe that you will be fine. At some point, you find that that you will find that healing that you seek, and you will even feel better before you take the drugs. And the drugs will even work better because your mindset is positive. You feel overwhelmed and unappreciated. You feel overloaded. You feel that other people do not see what you have done, do not see your contribution, do not appreciate that you have been able to do X, Y, Z.